deal this morning. I've been on the road now for an hour and a half. It's already 8 o'clock. And the funny thing is, I'm not mad about it. It's weird because I'm not a morning person. Like, you'll check my stream times. Like, I'm typically, a night owl. I'm into the evenings. But today, like, I get to go and right or wrong. So when I started this job back in November, I didn't know a lot about a lot of things. It's kind of comical that I even got this job. But as a sales guy, like, I typically don't have to be in the field. And when I do, it's usually to engage with a contractor or a end user even. But right now, like, I made some mistakes when I first started. I had a big project and I didn't really know what I was doing, and I thought I did. And as I was doing the proposals and reading through the hardware schedules and all this good stuff, like, I realized I was in over my head. But I made it seem like I knew what I was doing. And fast forward 8 months, now we're starting the work on the project, and we're starting to realize very quickly that we had some things that were wrong. And so I'm driving up, and this is how I'm wired. This is how I don't know that everybody's wired this way, but like when I make a mistake, which you ask any of my friends, any of my people, they'll tell you that I make quite a few of them. But today, like, I get to go up and do some labor. And I'm not talking about, like, hoity-toity, I get to do some programming, or I get to do some really cool install. Like, I'm going to pull wire from an electrical closet through an attic space that I'm probably going to be too big for, by the way. And through all of this, not only do I get to tell the customer, hey, I made a mistake, I was wrong, I also get to look at my technicians and people that work with me and tell them, like, I'm not above this. Like, I'm not too important to fix something that I messed up, and I'm not too important to go do some simple grunt work. And so today, as this guy cuts me off, that's why, like, if you see, like, you guys are hands-free, you're on a magnet right now for my safety and the safety of everybody in Greenville, South Carolina today. But one of the things that I was doing this morning is I try to, when I get on the road, I try to stream a sermon. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe He's my Lord and Savior, and because of that, like, I want to learn more about Him. I want to be more like Him. Like, He is my idol. And so I was listening to a sermon, and they were talking about shame, and they were talking about guilt, and how it just is this sinking sand, this quicksand feeling. And I feel like there's a lot of people that are in that spot, especially, like, as I have branched out into Twitch and to streaming. Like, there's a lot of people that can't get past the shame of decisions they made, or decisions that were made even for them. And that's where my faith takes over and sets me free from that shame. It sets me on a path towards redemption and on a path towards really freedom. And so what I wanted to do this morning was just remind you, like, whether or not you believe in Scripture or you believe in Jesus Christ, I think that there's something wrong with this world. I think you understand at some root level that people are flawed, our world is broken. I think we all agree on that. I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to figure that out. But I think that when it comes to ourselves individually, oftentimes we don't want to recognize that, hey, we're not in a good spot, or we need better. And for a long time, I struggled with the fact that I was let go from a position of of influence and a position of prominence for mistakes that I made, and I lived with that shame and that guilt for quite some time. And it's only been here recently that kind of my shoulders have perked back, my head has gone up, and I've made peace with it. And it's only been through being around like-minded people who are encouraging and ultimately listening to the Father's voice as opposed to the world's. And so, like Twitch, for instance, why would a 33-year-old guy who's not really good at video games want to stream almost, if not every other day, daily? And simply put, and you can read it in my bio, I'm here to be an encouragement. I want to be different. There's some people that I follow on Twitch, and there's some people that I watch their YouTube channels because I want to get better at video gaming so that I don't look like an oaf in front of everybody. But ultimately, I want to be different. I want to look different. I want to play different. I want to win different. I want to lose different. And that's largely because I want to set a good example for my people. Still have a lot of students from student ministry that follow me and that I follow. And then even more so, like, I want my son and my daughter to know what it looks like to be a Christian man and a man of honor and a man of integrity. And that got busted a little bit. It got tarnished a little bit. And so I'm having to rebuild, so to speak, my name. And so today, as I was to go full circle, I was listening to a podcast by the Village Church, and they were talking about John chapter 21, and that is where Jesus is sitting back in front of Peter and John, and Peter has already denied Christ 3 times. He said he wouldn't. Like, keep in mind, he said he would. He said he would always be faithful. But 3 times he denied. And it was funny because the way God works, the way Jesus works, is a lot of balance. Peter wrestling with the shame and the guilt and probably the self-disappointment of the realization of disappointing Jesus and failing him. Jesus looks at him 3 different times in this conversation and says, "Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me?" And after each answer, Peter says yes, and then Christ gives him something to do, then feed my sheep or tend my people, like very practical explanations. But what he was doing was providing redemption for Peter. Like, that wasn't for Christ's benefit, that was for Peter. And so when I think about where we are in a culture right now, politics are going crazy. We're in a pandemic. Who would have thought, that like this super storm of bad circumstances would all happen. Hashtag 2020 dumpster fire. Everybody's got to look to something. And so for me, like, I look towards Jesus. I look towards Jesus for my hope. I look towards Jesus for my security. And so, like, my job, even whether I have it or I don't, whether streaming takes off or doesn't, whether any venture that I make, which I love to just start stuff and tweak stuff, which is why friends and buddies of mine will get together and have lunch and we'll just bat around ideas for no reason. Like, we do that because we have faith in Jesus, and no matter what, I believe that whatever happens in my life and through my life is for his good. And that's hard sometimes. It really is, because it's not always cupcakes and rainbows. But today is a day where, like, I look ahead and I look forward, and I'm so thankful for the goods. I'm so thankful for the bads and even for the hard times, because my family and I had to do a lot of searching through the hard times to now still be in a difficult time. It's just for different reasons, but it is still good. Still good, and it's still good because we're still focused on Christ, not ourselves. But as you're on the stream, as you're bouncing around YouTube or Instagram, and you could find me at all of these things at Sean Cruz 10. As you're there, like, I hope that you come to be encouraged. I hope you come to just hang out and be in community, because being separated with COVID, like, streaming and being in a chat, man, that's community sometimes. I know some of my buddies, like, the best friendships we have right now, the best kind of friendships we can have is through the phone, whether it be because they're in a window where they're susceptible to COVID-19, or whether they're anxious about it. And then simply, like, I'm in healthcare facilities every day. Like, I have to be careful with it too. So technology has to be utilized for the right things as much as it is destroying the bad things. So I love you guys, I really do. And so today's stream was kind of a lot of rambling, and I hope to be on and playing Call of Duty later. Really excited, by the way, about Cold War. I'm hoping for big things, but at the same time, I hope that you guys would come and interact with me, come and hang out, come and chat. We'll do suggestions from time to time. Like, I'll play solos with your favorite class. I'll drop where you want to drop. Keep in mind, if it's hot, I'll probably die. If there's a different game that you think I need to look at, let me know. But I'll tell you straight up, I like free games. Because I believe my family comes first. Video games are not at the top of the priority list. We got Call of Duty. Those are like the only games that I ever purchase. But if you want to play Rocket League, or you want to play Apex, or you want to play any of these things, leave me your name and drop in a comment, shoot it over in a message, DM me on Instagram. I don't care what you do. But if you need somebody to talk to, if you need somebody to run with, I'll be your guy. My buddy, Creed, he actually goes by Honky Pete, just because we're ridiculous when we play together. So it's Black Adam and Honky Pete. I know, funny, it's a white guy. But he said last night that, jokingly about my style of play, that I'm a support role. Like, I quickly corrected him, because that sounds like such a pansy thing to say, like, oh, you're back up, you're second place. I quickly corrected him and say, no, I blend and I adapt to who I play with. Different styles, like, everybody's got a different style, whether it's aggressive or, Justin, you camp. No matter what it is, but, like, I can adapt to that. I can play within those realms, and hopefully I will make you better, and vice versa. But drop me something. Let's go. I'd love to start hanging out with you guys more. If you want to see more of something, let me know. If you want to see less of something, let me know. Yeah, we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here a while. And my friends Creed and Hunter and Cole a little bit, and hopefully you'll see Adam, and you'll see Landon. You'll see a group of guys that we play with, and ultimately we're just running around being silly, but we all live in different areas, and it's just an easy way for us to connect. But you'll see these guys, and if you want to have a suggestion for how we play or what we do during a match, it'd be funny just to see what you got. Y'all do that to Nick Merckx, and he's one of the guys that I stream the most. Him and Tim and Cloxy, you know, they make classes for each other, and they make the worst class in the game, and they play with the worst weapons, all that fine stuff. I am not that good. Please give me a good gun at least. But all this to say, I really enjoy where this is headed. I'm enjoying some of the people that I'm meeting. I played with a couple of random people last night that were just cool, and so if you wanna jump on the train, as Nick Merckx would say, you want to get in early, let's do it. Let's have fun. Let's play. And yeah, I'll see you around. If you have anything for real, message me. I'm at Sean Cruz 10 at almost everywhere on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. You can catch me on all those. And you can also get Creed and I both at Kirkland Media. It's our little, I say our little, it's his little media company that he started that I'm kind of a part of, and we're hoping for that to grow. So give us a follow everywhere, man. It'll be a lot of fun to see growth over the next few years. So have a good one, guys. Love y'all.